Developing tonight, Chad Daybell appeared in court today in Idaho, entering a plea of not guilty. Daybell was arrested last week after the remains of his wife's children were found on his property. Daybell is accused of 2 felony counts of concealment or destruction of evidence. In court today, he also requested a jury trial. Vallow Daybell is in jail accused of 2 felony counts of desertion and non-support of dependent children.